that was just a beautiful ball. That was just a beautifully struck goal. And I think what Liverpool were missing was a different tact going forward. Brick watch. This guy has to be on brick watch.
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
Well, the game didn't go exactly like how I planned, but as I did presume, it was a draw. I mean, I went for 2-2, but this was 1-1. So again, we're going to try and break this down and just pick apart some talking points and areas that I want to pretty much try to address. So I think it's apt to start with the home side. Arsenal started very well because again, my assumption was the Liverpool would be the better starters, that they would start, will have more of the ball, and they'll be the one that really dictates play because Arsenal have always been slow starters. And in the second half, Arsenal will then get much more in the game. But for the first 6, 7, 10, 11 minutes, Arsenal had very good opportunities. Like, they kept the ball well. They were breaking the lines. They were finding opportunities. They were finding space. And both Aubameyang and Lacazette were getting in very good positions. I'm going to talk about Mkhitaryan. We're going to have a discussion about Mkhitaryan because he's battling break of the game with Trent Alexander-Arnold, both of them. Because I think in that first half, Trent was definitely under a lot of pressure. And I think that, a lot of Arsenal's good stuff came over to the left. But I think as the game wore on, as with games like this, and when you're playing teams like Liverpool then got much more into the game. So let's talk about that moment. Understanding the offside rule. And again, like, at first I was like, because again, I was thinking about it. Because at first I was like, okay, yeah, it's surely it must be offside. But everybody by now should know the second phase. Especially if you're a professional linesman, you have to understand what the second phase is. Mane was initially offside when the ball came in, but he didn't touch the ball. The ball touched Firmino. It wasn't really interacting with the play. And as soon as it hit the bar, Mane was still behind Firmino. And Mane then put it through. Because again, I said, wait a minute, I've seen many times before when I've seen two players of the same team literally level with each other. The guy passes it directly across to him, and then he then puts it into an empty net. I've seen that many times before. So how is this different? And it isn't. So the linesman should have let the goal stood. So I think, so you had that. Van Dijk hitting the bar with a great header. Van Dijk with an amazing control. Then boom, he hit it straight at Leno. But Arsenal also had opportunities as well with Lacazette, through ball for him. Again, only whisker. So there were a lot of opportunities in that first half. Hence why I say no. This game is going to plan where they're going to be going in this game, and this game has to finish 2-2. But again, they just do not take their opportunities. So going into the second half now, I think you saw Liverpool start to get much more in the game and start to get a hold in the game. But I think even before I even get much in the second half, we've got to give a shout out to Torreira, because guys will beat me if I don't. He could end up being one of the best buys of the season. Wasn't a huge, ridiculous, magnanimous amount of money, but value for your buck. He might turn out to be one of the most valuable players that Arsenal end up getting, because this guy is incredibly valuable. So, whether it is intercepting, tackling, running with the ball, holding the midfield, carrying the ball through, leading Arsenal attacks, his presence in midfield is amazing. As in, Uruguay have a quality player here, and Arsenal have a quality player here. As in, this guy can definitely be, like, literally, if Arsenal have another quality midfielder next to him, Arsenal have a very good midfield. I think Torreira is missing a quality midfield partner. That ends Xhaka. Ozil is much more of a playmaker, but he's not very present. If they have, for instance, if you put like Verratti next to Torreira, that's a serious midfield. Or even like a Toni Kroos next to it, like a Torreira, that's a serious midfield. But like Verratti. But yeah, no, he was quality. Definitely one of the best players on the pitch. And I think he was crucial for us. And I think he was definitely a reason as to why Arsenal played so well. And I think why he stopped Liverpool from dictating and perhaps ending up winning the game. But you look at Liverpool's first goal. Leno, man. I still think Leno is an okay keeper. I wouldn't call him crap. That's a poor mistake. It's a poor goalkeeping mistake because, again, if you're not going to catch it, you punch it and you punch it away. You don't just you don't have a weak palm. The dude just weakly palmed it to the guy's section and boom, Milner scored. And once that happened, I thought this was going to be like a 1-0 thing. Liverpool have done it before. 1-0, they get the goal and the defense has stood firm. Mkhitaryan was crap. He was I mean, brick watch. This guy has to be on brick watch. And I said to myself, how? Because again, I made sure to look at the time. He was given 67 minutes. This dude was given 67 minutes and I was like, that's too much. I mean, he was given way too much time. So, and that's what I just find so baffling. That when you know a player is playing so well and he's not really on it and he's messing up at attacks and he's making wrong decisions constantly, you've got to pull him off. To give him 67 minutes is crazy. When Aubameyang came off, I was like, this is it. Arsenal can't score. Their most natural goal scorer has been taken off. I was like, no, this is it. And then Iwobi came on. And look, man, guys, I told him, man, as a Nigerian, I put out, this was what I said on social media, that there is no Nigerian who is a world-class player, one. There is no Nigerian who I would say is amongst the top 5, 6, 7, or even 8 best African football players in the world. Sorry, like, we're not living in the age of Amokachi, Amunike, Uchioko, Chuku, Finidi, George, Kano, Wankwo, JJ, or Okocha, Sunday, Lisa. We're not living in that age anymore, where we had about 4 or 5 players who you could all say were world class and amongst the best African players in the world. We don't live like that right now. We've got a dude called Igalo, okay? But Iwobi gives me hope. He gives me hope. This guy is really improving under Emery. And again, he did more in his 23 minutes on the pitch than Mkhitaryan did in those 67 minutes. And I've always said, this guy is a very good passer of the ball. He executes very difficult passes. And he's always looking to really find those really difficult passes in very tough channels, and he does them very, very well. And I think that's something that Emery sees. I think maybe Emery just waiting for him to get more confidence, but this guy definitely has something. So that ball he played to Lacazette was beautiful, because Lacazette, and I think this is your boy Devil from Pantisha was saying, he makes those runs. He keeps making those runs. And finally, Iwobi saw the run. He found him, perfectly weighted pass. Once Lacazette didn't take it past Becker, and he turned around, I was like, all right, because you're going to now pass it back. There's no Aubameyang that can anybody finish. See, the beauty of that finish is not only how well he struck the ball and how well it's called through. If you look at it from the reverse angle, he was never looking at the ball. So all the defenders were like, look, his body shape is literally facing away from goal. He has to pass the ball back. But Lacazette always knew what he was going to do, because his body shape was to psych out the defenders. So by psyching them out, looking over there, he was like, I'm just going to bend it in. And by just hitting that shot, it psyched out the defenders so they didn't go for the block, gave him the space, and that was just a beautiful ball. That was just a beautifully struck goal. From that angle, beautifully struck, and that was just an amazing quality goal. But for Liverpool, this is what I said, man. And this was a point that I was making. This is where Shaqiri should start, or come in earlier. Because I look at Liverpool and I look at Firmino specifically. It's not working. Yeah, people say, well, look, Firmino almost scored. Yeah, he almost scored, but he didn't. And is Firmino being the Firmino that we know from last season? No, he isn't. He isn't really connecting and linking Mane and Salah as well as he did last season. So, and when Shaqiri comes, he brings in something different. Like, you have like a Shaqiri, Mane, Salah front line. It's something different. Because Firmino may be good at playing that false 9 role. Shaqiri is really good at playing that number 10 role. And I think what Liverpool were missing was a different tact going forward. You know, somebody bringing some different ideas when going forward to the tackles. Obviously, Liverpool, they had a few breakaways. Even one I remember was where Salah had the ball, Mane was free, but he tried to move the ball through Edu's legs. Bro, you have to dink it over the top, bro. But I think with Shaqiri, he brings something different. So I think that, yeah, I understand the whole super sub thing. This is the case, okay, even if he's on the bench, bring him in earlier. Bring him in earlier to try and to give him much more time to affect the game. But I thought that he should have started the game. That if it doesn't work, then you can then bring in like a Bobby Firmino. But I think overall, 1-1 was the right result. It was an evening game. Like, I thought that Liverpool would show their quality over Arsenal, and I thought that at the end of the day, Liverpool would just end up. I thought that they would also end up winning the game like maybe 1-0, 1-1 to got that lead. But you've got to give credit to Arsenal and this Emery Arsenal. Maybe it's real. I thought it was a hoax. Maybe it's real because everyone assumed that, okay, look, Messi has got to talk now. I'm sorry, Messi, because this guy talked really bravely. You've got to come out and just say something because Messi said, oh, Arsenal will get put back down to earth. Liverpool are going to put 4 or 5 past them. This game could have gone either way. This game could have come either way. Like, I don't come away with that game and say, yeah, Liverpool are a much better team than Arsenal. So when you see this game, you're like, no, Arsenal in top 4 isn't such a crazy prospect. Especially when you're seeing how much United are struggling. Then it's about, okay, Tottenham, because they are Tottenham are now doing their thing. So, but I think with Liverpool, it's weird. It's been a flip. Last season, their attack was on fire. Defense was where they fell soft. This season, like, you look, man, for me, Van Dijk, he may be tier 2. I'm thinking about it, he may be tier 2. Gomez, man, is a quality. That guy, that kid is good. Like, I just think Liverpool defensively have improved vastly, vast improvement. But as much as they've improved defensively, just that attack is just not hitting it. And that's why I made the point of start Shaqiri. Implement a plan B, implement something different. Obviously, this Firmino, Mane, Salah thing isn't blitzing guys the way that they did. Like last season, Liverpool can maybe put 2 or 3 past Arsenal now. Potentially. I think it was 3 last season when they played at the Emirates. So I just think, for Klopp, maybe the over-reliance on our front 3 is wrong. And also, good to look at Fabinho as well. Tough. I think he started pretty well. He had good patches, but I think as the game wore on, you could see why maybe Klopp has been saving him. That I think the speed of the game, the intensity, and I think especially going up against Torreira, who the guy is a flipping bull, tenacious bull. I think you could see Fabinho really struggle with just how intense things is. This ain't Ligue 1. But with Arsenal, man, again, it's almost the same thing with the whole Shaqiri thing. And also as well, like that, the defense held firm. I thought that the Arsenal defense, especially Mustafi, would be open up. So I think that's why Liverpool should be pissed off that he didn't really open up that defense. But that's Mustafi and Holding. Look, man, those guys held pretty firm. I was shocked. Even Kolasinac did all right. But similar to the whole Liverpool thing, I think this is where Iwobi has got to now really be eased into the team and really just say, you know what, you're a starter. It's not really happening for Mkhitaryan. It's not really happening for him. He's making too many bad decisions. And I just think that in key areas, Iwobi just seems to be making better footballing decisions than Mkhitaryan does. I just think that the better footballing brain maybe with Iwobi as opposed to Mkhitaryan. Obviously, Mkhitaryan gives you that speed, so he's very good on breakaways. But Iwobi keeps making very key clutch plays. And I just think in this system that Emery has and everything, I do feel that, for instance, I think Mkhitaryan suited Wenger's system more. And I think Iwobi suits his system a lot more. And also, I just feel as well with the whole, because again, I think like it's not Aubameyang. I do think that will work, but I'm not sure whether they have the structure right. Because I think Aubameyang must. Of course, he felt pissed off. They're like, look, bro, you're taking me off with all the goals that I've scored. I was feeling it this time, and maybe because Aubameyang is that kind of guy where he may play badly, he may just end up scoring that J in the end. But I do think that maybe they need to play closer together. Does Aubameyang out wide really work? Because I just think that they need to play much closer together and really try and combine with one another. But of course, in the second half, I think he had to make a move because especially in that second half, Both Lacazette and Aubameyang hardly touched the ball. But again, I was cursing Emery by saying, why the hell are you taking off Aubameyang? Left on Lacazette, who scored the equalizer. So it's like, bro, you can't say anything to flipping Emery. So yeah, man, good results. Liverpool, they've dropped points. I said City were always going to win the league. And I say, to stop this Man City flipping team, man, you can't afford to drop any points. You can't afford to drop any points. A 1-1 is a damn good result away from home, though. So, like, for Liverpool, you can't come away being pissed off. You can be slightly annoyed because you were winning the game and you could have held out by because you were in a winning position. But it's 1-1 away from home against a top 6 side who had like 11 wins in a row. That's pretty good. And I think for Arsenal, it just shows you that, yeah, man, this would be, under Wenger, they lose this game. They go 1-0 down, they lose a game with 25 minutes to go. So yeah, maybe this is a different Arsenal side. 2-3 more signings. Tell them Mkhitaryan to get the hell off this flipping team. You put another strong midfield presence next to Torreira. You figure out how Lacazette and Aubameyang can play with one another. I think this could be a pretty interesting team. Thanks for watching the video. Now think about becoming a Football Hot patron by pledging an amount each month and then gain access to exclusive content only on the Football Hot patron page. Peace. Head over to the official site at halffootballhot.com or just click over here.